Shattered Field of Reflections, Fountain of Wisdom Revisioned is the latest book by the inimitable David Chaim Smith. And this is the third book in his latest series. So you probably recognize the Lightning Flash of Aleph series. And then there was a series of paperbacks. And then there was this series that he's just started, I would say, of books that are available both as paperbacks and also as print-on-demand hardcovers with a dust cover. And this is the third in that series. So they're rather shorter than the Lightning Flash of Aleph versions, or series, should I say, but they are nonetheless just as illuminating and fascinating and interesting and full of these beautiful diagrams that David is well known for now, right? His esoteric cartography. Now you'll probably recognize this cover from precisely this volume 4 of the Lightning Flash of Aleph series, and that's for a good reason. It's because volume 4 was the Fountain of Wisdom itself, and David Chaim Smith was essentially sharing his thoughts on this very odd Kabbalistic text, odd by David's own admission. This is the text that really caught his imagination and really caught his attention, and he decided to base his practice essentially on this book, on the Fountain of Wisdom. And so this is David's exegesis. He is giving his commentary on the this Iyun Kabbalistic text, and it's fascinating in its own right. But what this is yes, the text itself. You find the entire text at the back of the book. It starts on page 80 something, I think. Here it is, The Wellspring of Wisdom. This is the translation by Dr. Mark Verman. And if you're interested in reading the original text, just translated into English, then it's right here. But what David Chaim Smith has done for us here is that he has made a new version, essentially a version that is a little bit more accessible, a little bit more available to the average occultist, to the average seeker, to the average human being, right? Who may not have an entire lifetime available to delve into the mysteries of this strange little Iyun text. So David, having actually done that, having actually spent his entire life going deep with this particular text, is giving us his account of it, his version of it. So it's the same message, it's the same, essentially the same content, but it's from the perspective of someone who is not already there, if that makes sense. So just to make an analogy here, for example, for those of you who've tried reading Aleister Crowley's work and have found it particularly indigestible, then you may have appreciated reading Lon Milo Duquette's work that kind of elucidates it, right? Makes it a little bit more accessible to the average reader. This is what David has done with this particular work. So he's called it not the Wellspring of Wisdom or the Fountain, Wellspring, Fountain of Wisdom, but rather the Shattered Field of Reflections. And he gives a really, really lovely preface here in which he explains the reason for this interesting new title, and talking about the perspective of somebody who is not already, or who has not already attained the highest realms, but is in fact experiencing all of this from the perspective of a temporary or time-bound experience, which makes very good sense, right? That's it. It's a nice analogy, isn't it, of a fountain, which of course is constantly in motion. But if you were to take a little snapshot of it, it would just be a field of shattered reflections. I really like that analogy over there. So yeah, I'm intentionally showing you this preface because I think that it's worth taking a look at, and it might give you an idea of what the book contains, and hopefully you can just pause on the pages and have a good read. But of course the meat is actually in David's new version. Yeah, all of course with these utterly gorgeous diagrams, right? These diagrammatic maps that he is well known for. And I've got to say, yes, these are print on demand hardcover books, but that is reflected in the price. These books are very affordably priced, which is certainly very welcome. And I know that many people are going to appreciate the fact that it's available as a hardcover. I know people were grumbling a little bit when the series of only paperbacks was coming out, but yes, this is actually very nice, and I rather like these dust covers. I think they work absolutely fine. There we go. I don't have very much more to say about this. It's just excellent work as always. And for those people who have maybe found the Lightning Flash of Aleph books a little bit outside of their financial reach, if that makes sense, right? They are a little bit expensive. Then these books will give you a really nice feel for the work of David Chaim Smith. They'll give you the kinds of, there's so much here anyway. There's literally so much. You're going to find yourself with plenty of material for contemplation, and ultimately that is what this work is for. It's for contemplation, and if you are prepared to put in the work of sitting with the material and allowing it to speak to you, then this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There we are, another wonderful work by David Chaim Smith. That's Shattered Field of Reflections, The Fountain of Wisdom Revisioned. I hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, leave a comment to help that algorithm recognize the video as something worth sharing. And I hope you are having a wonderful weekend, or if you're watching this a little bit later, a lovely day or evening. And take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.